don't even know why I'm here to discuss the army. My concern is you cannot discuss the army outside the whole country and what is going on. Because me, as a senior citizen in this country, looking at what President Museveni was talking about, the other army, and by the way, one of them, he was part of it. The ones he's saying were brutal and very bad. Now, as a person who saw what was happening in that country, who was expecting to have a fundamental change in the way countries are run democratically, and seeing what is happening in Uganda, I am not here to glorify the UPDF, because for me what I know is that UPDF, to me, is not what I call a national army, because it is a personal army. And whether these people like it or not, I don't care. What matters is what we see outside there as Ugandans. I remember very well, you remember when is it, who is this woman who died? Was he Neband?
The MP.
The MP.
Yes, in Neband.
Who died in, is it
Butareja?
When the parliament said we must investigate this issue, and this volume before he was shut down and silenced in order to get a job. And I remember when they said we must test this thing, and Kadaga said, yes, we must hold the parliament. I want to call parliament, and we discussed this matter. I remember how then the late, who?
Tumwine?
The late Aronda, how he stood outside clear and said, look here, you call this parliament and we will see. And they threatened that the army is ready to take over the country if the parliament intends to play its role. I was here, and I saw that, I heard all that, I said, surely, this is where we are. And let me tell you, whether these who support their movement and the army who speaks for the army, whether they say, no, we are a national army or not, for us as Ugandans, we don't call it a national army. It is a personal, let me finish, I've been quiet. It is a personal army. You could see how the commander retired long ago. As he contested elections as a retired person. But every time there is something want to threaten Ugandans, he puts on his uniforms and that kind of thing, and everybody bows. And now, as he was saying, it has even turned into a family army. Let me tell you, by the way, there's the information which I know, and I think Ugandans who are interested should know. All these now, for instance, let's talk about what the senior army officers now, who were, many of them were recruited by Mhozi himself. He used to go to schools, and this is something President Museveni himself told me that, and we knew he was going recruiting all these people, putting them in the army. No wonder now he comes say, yes, this is the right time for me to, to contest.
Let me ask
but he's fighting with his father anyway. For me, I am a disappointed person, because the army, which was supposed to be a national army, as opposed to the other armies, is a personal army, is a family army. And by the way, the Uganda country, a state, is militarized. Because for me, as far as democracy is concerned, but why interfere?